Hello everybody, my name is Kazan239. Welcome back to another video. I'm here at the Albuquerque Regional and I just got second place at the Albuquerque Regional. I just played Fiendsmith as Yubel, which I got first place with in Lubbock like a month ago. The list hasn't changed that much, but I still want to make a deck profile because there is a little bit of a niche interaction with certain cards now that the deck now that Lacrimosa is banned and stuff like that. But before I go into it, I'm going to give a quick shout out, obviously, to the person holding the camera for actually holding the camera. And he also got 8th place, so let's go Christopher Brandenberry. Shout out to the entire 505 community that did show up today, even though they're no longer here, but they did show up. Thank you so much for them to show up. And then Jefferson Delaney, who couldn't make the tournament, but again, huge shout out went to like testing decks and theorying and stuff like that. And he even gets a big shout out when it comes to the side deck. I'll get to that in just 1 second. So let's get into the deck, shall we? So we are playing 3 Beckoning Beasts. I hate this card. This card sucks. I want to cut this to 2. This helped contribute to bricks. This was fine. This was always one of those things going second. I would side just into 2. Because again, if this does get hit, a lot of your plays just stop. So I want to make sure that I can play the game. And so imperm on this does hurt a lot. So there are ways to keep playing, but it's perfectly fine. Just 3 is still probably good, but I want to cut it down to 2 now. 3 Samsara. Obviously, you still have to play this card because this gets you to everywhere. This card is also a negate that people do sometimes forget. Remember, this card is a negate. We're also playing 3 Gravescormer as well, just because this is an extension play. Has the graveyard effect, is also just very insane. You can destroy a Yubel on field, which does matter sometimes as well. Very good card. Would not cut this to 2 or 1, or like what some lists are only playing like 2 or stuff like this. This card's fucking insane. You want to play this card for sure. For the Yubel package, we're playing 2 Spirits, 1 Yubel, and 1 Terror Incarnate. Again, this is the perfect ratio. Again, maybe you want to cut this to 1, but the 2 does come up. You do want to see this, but these are fine. You're obviously only playing this just because Throne can get to it, but after that, you don't want to play anymore just because you don't want to brick on the Yubels. We're playing the 3 Engraver and the 1 Fable Lori. Again, these are perfectly fine. The Lacrima hit did do, it was okay of a hit, but the fact that we have the Necroquip and the Ariel Eater makes it where this is still very much worth playing, especially since they're fiends. You can also get to the Yama play, which is perfectly fine as well. So would not cut this whatsoever. They were really, really good today. And then last card we're playing is obviously the 1 of Shavara because we're playing the Unchained package. This card does so much by itself. It can OTK. It helps you going first. Perfect. Really, really good. Now on to the actual going second cards we're playing. I'm playing a couple, actually. I'm playing a little bit more than I did in the Lubbock list. I'm playing 3 Nibiru the Primal Being, 2 Effective Veiler, 2 Phantasme, 1 Baldrake, 1 Magna, 1 Druis, 2 Talents, and 3 Infinite Impermanence. I think I increased the hand trap count by like 2 or 3. I actually loved this all day. Phantasme was so good today. Really, really loved it. This was like a side deck card in Lubbock, but this was really, really good today. Effective Veiler, I fucking hated. Sided this card out every single game. I fucking hate this card. If I would put another card in here, I'd either put like the 3rd Talent or even like a Ghost Mourner. Actually does go really well. The only problem with Ghost Mourner is it's not really good against like the Yubel mirror match. But I hated this card. Always sided it out. Fuck this card. But Bestials are also really good this format. You need to play this. Baldrake also helps in this deck because everything is light and dark, so you actually get the second effect pretty well. And then obviously Nib and Imperm are self-explanatory. Board Breaker and then Imperm is, I think, the best hand trap in the format, so have to play the Imperm for sure. Alrighty, now on to the spell traps. We are playing 3 Nightmare Throne, and of course we're playing the Terraforming as well. I always draw Terraforming with Throne, but it's fine. You probably still have to play at this ratio. You do want to see this card. This card does everything for your deck. It's an extender. It's a combo starter. Like, it does so much. You want to have this card in your hand for sure. And then for the 1 of spell traps, we're playing 1 track, a 1-for-1 opening, and then, of course, the Nightmare Pain. Again, this is for the Fiendsmith line. I was thinking of maybe playing 2 just so I have more extenders, but I think the 1 was perfectly fine. 1-for-1 was really, really good. I really do love this card just because it's another extender, so if your normal summon does get stopped, you can keep playing the game. Opening, it sucks that it went to 1, but this card is still very, very insane. You do want to play it. That's why we're playing the 3 Beckoning. And then, of course, the Nightmare Pain. It helps you OTK. It does so much. You do need to play. Thinking of playing this at 2 just because I do hate when it gets removed, especially since opening is at 1 now. So it's harder to get the Nightmare Pain out of the graveyard, but I think the 1 is perfectly fine for now. And that's it for the spell traps. And then the last card in the deck is the bomb. Of course, I like putting the Soul Rage in the graveyard. I don't know how correct that is anymore, just because everyone's on Bystials now, but this does dodge like certain things, so I do like playing it in the main deck for sure. So it was a 42 card main deck. Again, not that much of a change when it came from the Lubbock list. But now on to the extra deck. Starting off with the links, we're playing one Wreck, one Fiendsmith sequence, and then the Moon. Of course, this is just so you can get to the Fiendsmith line. This does so much by itself. This is perfectly just self-explanatory. We're playing Desiree. This is a new addition to me. I was not playing Desiree beforehand, but I think now that Lacrimosa is banned, you do have to play the Desiree. And like against like a Tempai matchup, like you really want the Desiree instead, but it's not necessary to make, but I'm glad it's in the deck now. It's really, really good. If you have those open combos where they don't interrupt you, this card is where it becomes insane. Necroquip is also a new card for me. I was not playing this before the Lacrimo was hit. This card is very, very good. Loved it so much. I can see why people were playing it even with Lacrimo, but yeah, very, very good card. You do have to play now just so you can make your Fiendsmith a one-card combo. And then, of course, the Ariel Eater. The whole reason why that Lacrimo hit did nothing is because Ariel Eater is in the game. This card does everything for the deck. If you don't have your Yubel, you dump the Yubel. If you just need to play around like a Nibiru, you just make this, summon back the Engraver, summon a DDD, and you're perfectly fine. Next thing up, of course, is SP Little Knight. The best card in the extra deck. You do have to play SP Little Knight, unfortunately. It is getting reprints now, so it's going to be a little bit cheaper. We're playing one Yama, one Soul Rage, one Anguish. I am still playing the Anguish just because this card is fucking insane. Helps you going second. Really do love it. And of course, we're playing the Axis Code to pair with it because this card helps you end games like OTK without using your Yubel stuff. So that's why that's very important for this. We're playing two Phantom. If I could play three, I would play three, but you cannot play three in this deck. The extra deck just a little bit too tight. If you had a 16th card in the extra deck, it would be the third Phantom. But obviously this card is fucking broken. I don't know why they did not limit this card. This card is fucking insane. And then for the XYZs, we're playing one DDD High King Caesar and the Rados. Again, this is pretty much standard for the list. Yubels gets you to this, and then everything else in the deck gets you into this. So like it's a really good, you do have to play these for sure. Now on to the side deck. This is where a lot of changes did happen for me, but the one thing that did not change is Mulchummy. It's Maxine. It's literally just Maxine. That's all I have to say about this card. It's Maxine. This card is fucking insane. Don't know why they printed it. Okay. This is where shit gets weird. This is where the shout out to Jeff will come in here. We are playing two Metaltron and a Ghost Mourner in the side deck. So this was 8 hours before the tournament started. Jeff went, hey, play this card. This card is insane. Against like a DDD, you target the DDD High King Caesar. It negates the High King Caesar. They can't respond with it. And then you summon a Desiree from your extra deck. And that just lets you go one card combo. So this is a negation plus a one card combo. So this card did everything. But the reason why I'm signing Mourner, like I was saying, I want to main deck this card now. The reason why I was signing Mourner is because this is your out to the Draco in Tempo. So if they go, Seals summon Draco, you can go this, target the Draco, summon Mourner. Now you can still play your game. So that's why it's still here in the side deck. This card, honestly, came up so much today. I activated this card so much against the DDD. I didn't do it for the Draco, only versed one Tempai, and he didn't summon Draco against me. But this against the Snake Eyes matchup is fucking wild. This card is so insane. I think you do need to play this card in your side deck. Really good. Again, shout out to you, Jeff. This was a huge tech card that came up for sure. And then for the rest of the side deck, we're playing 3 Forbidden Droplet because it's Forbidden Droplet. I was main decking this, but now that Apollo's is banned and like Snake Eyes kind of fell off, I don't think this is necessarily a main deck staple anymore. I still like it in the side deck. This card is insane. It does come in for sure when you know you're going second, or even like going first and you know a Phantasme is dead and stuff like that. And then 3 Cosmic Cyclone because I fucking hate Runic. Runic deserves to die. So I'm playing 3 of this, and also Lab is in the format, so you do want to play that. And then random floodgates like Power Filter and Skill Drain are in the format too, so you still need to play the Cosmics. And then last 3 cards is Dimensional Barrier. Again, this is more for the Tempai or even like a Ritual Beast as well. So this is why it's in the deck, because D-Barrier is insane against those rogue decks. So you do want to play the D-Barrier for sure. But yeah, that is it for the deck profile. Again, a huge shout out to the 505, Christopher Brandenberry for recording and also getting his top, and then Jefferson Delaney for theorying with the deck as well. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.